From the Royal Rumble to WWE 2K26, the road to WrestleMania is well on its way, making its first stop here on Teeing Off with Travvy T and the Bad Guy. I am Damone D. Money Allen. I am the master of ceremony here on Teeing Off with Travvy T and the Bad Guy. Starting off first, I have the Bad Guy, Kenny.
Oh,
yeah! And Primetime Travvy T.
That's me. I like that you gave me top booking. It did fuck with me a little bit trying to switch between screens here, because I assumed you would go with the name it is in the show, Travvy T and the Bad Guy, but you switched it up on me.
On my screen, it shows, like, at the bottom, it shows him first, then you, so that's why it went in that
way. Okay.
No really solid reason. But welcome to the return episode of Teeing Off. So we're going to start off with the Royal Rumble with a little bit of a review. Let's start off with the women's match. Travvy, what are your thoughts on the women's Royal Rumble match?
I personally enjoyed the women's Royal Rumble match more than the men's. I think Kenny's girl Lash Legend had a show out moment. I think Jordan Grace showed out a little bit. My girl Liv Morgan won. What more can I say?
Okay, Bad Guy.
Okay, so I agree 100% what he said. I think the standout for me for this match was Kiana James. I think the little bit of time she was in there, she balled out. Like, she went crazy. Everything she did, and she showed that she was like, look, I don't need to be just a manager. I can wrestle too. Like, and she did her thing. So I think her, and Soruka's going to show out too. I think it's her, Soruka, and Lash Legend. If I had to say the best three for this Royal Rumble, it was those three. I mean, it was cool to see Liv Morgan win, but I personally would have liked to see, Lash Legend win it. But, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I would have liked to see that.
I was rooting for Soul to win. Like, when it got down to
the
final,
me too.
The final three. Yeah. And when she went for that last Soul Snatcher, I'm like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, it was it Soul, Tiffany Stratton, and Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Battle of the Blondes. What is your guys' thoughts on that final Soul Snatcher? Because it's being reported that she fought against it. Like, she said it's illogical. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's stupid.
I agree.
But obviously got overruled.
Yeah.
I agree with y'all too, and her.
Yeah. From a logical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. Because even if she hits it, she's probably going to the ground too.
No, you're out.
Exactly.
Right. If it was those are the final two, maybe it would make a little bit more sense, but there would have still been a third person who wasn't hit with it, and they would just win.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I also think that this might not be true. I might be misremembering here, but I feel like at least the last 3 or 4 years, the Royal Rumble, Women's Rumble always has one of those, it almost always ends in the apron. And I don't need all that.
Yeah,
you might be right. Yeah, I feel like you're right. It almost always ends in the apron.
Do something different this time. You know what I mean?
I agree with you on that. I also, for women's matches, I also want them to do, when it's a multi-man women's match, can we please get rid of the Tower of Doom? Like, we don't need that every single time.
Every single time.
We're over. And they're like, oh! It's like, we know what they're doing every time.
Right. Whenever they start stacking into the corner, you're like,
here
comes the Tower of Doom. Like, it was cool the first time.
Every time, we get it. Like, y'all have so much talent in the women's division now that we don't need the same spot being done. It's one thing, it feels back in the days where you had Tori Wilson. Sorry to send that shot, but it's Tori Wilson, Eve, Torres, people like that, and they're doing that spot because it's kind of easy to do compared to, you know, these, you got your Soul Rukas, you got your Lash Legend, like you got a lot of talent, EO Skies, all that. And it's like you can do so much better now with these spots than do that.
Or even if you're gonna do it, don't do it every single time. Like space it out so like it's shocking, or it's like, oh my god, they pulled it out this time. But when you've done it 50 times in a row, it's like, okay, I don't need to see this again.
Now, they need to retire. It's at that point. I need to retire. Just don't ever do it again.
Amen.
Enough.
Yeah, you can retire and then pull it out in 10 years.
Don't even pull it out, man. Retire for good. I don't want to see it anymore.
It's got to have a Terry Funk retirement. Come back. Speaking of retirements, Gunther versus AJ Styles. For me, this was probably the match of the night. But where are your guys' opinion? Bad guys. Start with you.
I do not agree. That was not match of the night to me. It's still the women's Royal Rumble for me. For me, match of the night. In my opinion, this match was better than the Cena and Gunther match, but it was still underwhelming, in my opinion. I think it could have been better. I hate to say this because Sledge said this. He was saying Gunther only does 4 moves now, and I hate to agree with him, but that's what it was on his end. It was kind of annoying. I was like, all right, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's throw some other moves in there. And it just kind of sucked to see that for somebody who, in my opinion, Gunther is a top 5 wrestler right now, and for him to just be minimized to these couple moves, he can do better. I think since he's been...
You're not invited to the Gunther fan club. You were already banned because you hated Gunther when he was Walter. So you're already banned from the fan club.
Yeah, I didn't like
it. Don't come. Don't show up. Yeah. Don't leave. I don't want to hear you say Gunther. I don't want to hear you say Walter. I don't want to hear you say any words with G or W in them.
Yeah, no, fuck him for that. But like I said, he is a top 5 wrestler for me right now, but I just hate the fact that he can do much more and they're not letting him do it.
Travvy, your thoughts?
I like the match. I think Kenny tripping. But I like the match. I'm also under the impression that you don't need to have a lot of moves to have a good match. I mean, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. There's more famous, larger than life, iconic, legendary wrestlers that have more punches and kicks than anything else in their arsenal or any of their matches than there are guys that have flips and 700 moves. Like, it's just, historically speaking, less
and also,
is more.
And also at this point, having a ton of moves isn't really that impressive anymore because a lot of people have a ton of moves. So doesn't make you special anymore.
I'm not saying he's special. I'm saying add 3 more moves. So just do something else.
I think that part of it.
He just play him 3 moves.
That's all he needs to win. 3 moves.
If this is a video game, his meter wouldn't go up because the fans would be like, all right.
He had the chop. He had the chop. He has the power bomb. He has the dinosaur drop kick.
Is that all 3? Sleeper. The sleeper. He has.
I know he has more moves than that in general, but I'm trying to think of like specifically that he used in that match. But
did he do the dinosaur splash?
I don't think so, but he did. So. He did a sidewalk slam, I think.
But his thing is now it's like, okay, let me try to choke you out. I get it from
the elbow smashes.
A logic standpoint where, okay, I'm trying to choke you out, things like that. But you're still entertaining the fan. So
sure,
you going straight to the sleeper hold immediately, it's like, all right, y'all, like, golly.
I hear you. I don't agree with you that it's boring or it's repetitive even. I think it's a character. You know what I mean? His character is that he's trying to kill you. He's not trying to have a good match. He's trying to kill you. Like he wants to take your life away. He don't want to just win. He wants to take the air from your lungs. Like
I get that. No, I get that, but when you have people like, for example, Obafemi, who is low-key the same thing. He's a monster character too. But he's still trying to expand his moveset. We've seen him toss Wesley up in the air. He was doing kind of spins. That's not in his usual moveset. But I'm saying like things like that where we're seeing him do big boots, running across, doing lariats. It's other moves you can do. Even a Samoan backdrop, like Samoan drops, things like that. Just do other moves. I'm saying it's only been 3 or 4 moves he's been rotating with.
Okay, I hear you. 2 things. One, I don't agree him and Noba are the same type of character. They're just both big guys. They're very, very different in how they're presented. 2, I think him shortening his moveset is by design to add to him being a heel. Like, he knows that you guys don't like it. He knows that people are going to boo him for doing this, and he's doing it on purpose.
Okay, so I get what you're saying when it comes to that, but I don't. It's not that oh man, he's really getting us because he's shortening his moveset. Like, that's not good to me. It's one thing, I can still hate you and you pull out 10, 15 moves. I'm not saying he has to pull out a 450 splash. I'm just saying a clothesline.
But he doesn't want you. He doesn't want to give you what you want. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying atomic drop.
But it doesn't matter. You asking for an atomic drop. He doesn't want to give it to you now.
Okay, but I'm saying the point. More than 3 moves, because at that point it goes from okay, I don't like him to all right, I'm going to change the channel because Gunther's about to wrestle. I'm good on this.
I disagree.
That's what I'm getting at, to where some people are going to be like, I'm good, because there's a couple times where it was John Cena's old matches. I was like, I'm good. I already know this.
I wouldn't compare.
Sure,
but there's old Cena, like Cena when he was doing the really bad matches. I wouldn't compare that to Gunther at all. Like, Gunther is very old school. He's always been very old school. Like, even his matches, like the classics, like with Ilya, like a lot of it is just punches, kicks, chops, and stuff like that. But it's more the psychology as opposed to, I'm not going to do a ton of moves. I don't need to do a ton of moves to beat you. I can beat you with chops, a bunch of punches, and I'm going to choke your ass out. Match over, done. Go home, you're retired.
So, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but I feel like you said that it makes you want to change the channel. There are people that watch that from my perspective of wrestling are going to be the same way as, like, if you're just out there just doing shit just to do it. That's my thoughts on, like, a lot of the higher energy indie AEW matches. I'm not knocking AEW in general. There's a fan base for it. It's just not mine. I'm not into that. So, like, I think it should be more expected from WB to have a top heel that wrestles like that, if that makes sense.
Like I said, I hear what you're saying. Again, it's one of those things where I'm not saying to expand it out to be 100 moves. I need to see these crazy moves. I'm not asking for crazy moves. I'm just saying expand it out a little bit. Just expand it out. That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, we go from 4 moves to 12 moves. That's what I'm getting at. Triple H has a very, like I said, Triple H has a very generic moveset. A lot of knee-based movesets. But it's still to the point where, like I said, because I don't like main event style wrestling. Y'all know that. I hate that style of wrestling.
Right. And Gunther is old school main event style.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. You having just 3 moves is still like, all right, come on, y'all. We got to do something. All right. It's like that kind of thing. That's why, yes, the John Cena match, because I love John Cena, it was like, man, I want to see this because, we're witnessing history. But at the same time, as a match, that was not the best match on the card because of the way it was done. It was F you. He kicked out. F you. He kicked out. Sleeper hold. He's not going to tap. Sleeper hold. He's not going to tap. F you. And it was like, all right. Like, it gets boring.
I disagree. But I also think with Gunther matches, it depends. I think a lot of the stuff you're asking for, like the speed, or not even the speed, but doing a bunch of stuff. I never
said anything about speed.
I mean,
expand the moveset out like 3 or 4.
What I mean is, like, I think the other guy is where you're going to get that from, and Gunther's whole thing is going to be trying to shut that off. So the other guy is going to be doing a ton of other stuff, trying to beat Gunther with a crazy moveset, while Gunther's whole job is, I'm shutting that down.
All right, I just looked up his moveset on ProWrestlingWiki.com.
Yes.
And he's got 17 moves listed here. That's a lot of moves, Skinny.
I didn't say he didn't have 17 moves in his arsenal. I'm saying lately, I said this from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Lately, he's been doing the same 4 moves in his matches. Remember, I said this before. I said Gunther was a top 5 wrestler before he became this like back when he was a monster, when he was dealing with Sami Zayn, Chad Gable. He was more entertaining to watch. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, they were putting on the banger after banger. Like, they were putting on better matches. There was more to the moveset. As of late, these last like 3 or 4 big matches he's had, it's been sleeper hold, power bomb, Boston Crab, chop. It's like I need a little bit more. I get, like I said, you can be evil, you can say fuck us, whatever, but I still need to see 3 or 4 other moves. It's like, okay, at this point I'm getting bored. I'm on my phone at this point. I'm like, damn, they still going? Oh, okay. And I get bored from that. Like,
I'm the opposite. I'm locked in. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, is he gonna make him tap? He's working the elbow. He's working the surgically repaired neck. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
He has six of the 17 moves are finishers, by the way.
Yeah, he doesn't like. This is the
fine.
most consistent he's used one finisher, really, because he would like use the power bomb sometimes. He'd use the lariat sometimes. Like he was his finisher, especially in like NXT UK and like when you first went to the main roster, wasn't consistent. Sometimes it was the lariat, sometimes it was the power bomb, sometimes it was a sleeper.
And it's funny because that was my problem with him at first. That was my problem with him at first. I was like, he doesn't have a legitimate finisher. That's a finisher. No, because I was like, what is his finisher? I was like, I know he's known for the chop, but I was like, what does he finish people with? Because
his finisher is whooping your ass by any means necessary.
Sometimes it was the Boston Crab, sometimes it was the power bomb. But I was just like, okay, like he won. Oh, all right, that's just like 1, 2, okay.
Dude that can never make Kenny happy. Speaking of not happy, they didn't send the Saudi Arabian fans home happy with Drew McIntyre defeating Sami Zayn. Travvy, what is your thoughts on that match?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I missed a lot of this match. I had some stuff going on at that time, so I haven't gone back and watched it. So I don't feel like I saw enough of the match to give an honest like opinion or rating on like a fair one. So I'll pass this over to Kenny.
This is a match, in my opinion, that it sucks because I'm going to be the same point where they could have did more with this match. This was another underwhelming match. It was kind of like, we know he's winning. How they going to go about it? I was expecting at least an interference to make it a little more interesting. Nothing. It was just Drew beat him. Like, that was it. It was just Drew flat out beat him, and it was just like, just end it. That was like, when it ended, I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't as like egregious as Gunther spamming the same move, but it was kind of like nothing was really happening. There was no memorable moment to the match. It just Drew was beating him down. Sami Zayn had a hope spot. Drew beat him, and that was it. Like I said, there was nothing to that match. It wasn't memorable at all to me. Yeah,
this is the worst match of the night, in my opinion. I was checked out. Like, I was watching it, but it was like I didn't really care that much. For a split second, I thought maybe they would have Sammy win, but they didn't. And Sammy's like 0-15 against Drew McIntyre. So, yeah, I just think it was a match. Like, it could have not been on the card. Like, I know people would have been mad because why is it the WWE title on the card? But
I don't think they would be. It's the Royal Rumble.
That I agree with that. I feel like with a match with a pay-per-view like this, or PLE like this, or what's another one, like Money in the Bank, I feel like the world
or Elimination Chamber
too. Like, you don't need the world title matches to be exactly that night, because it's all about who is coming for the world title. Because at that point, if you do have a world title match, it's like, okay, we know he's winning, and if he does lose, it's like, okay, we might have a triple threat match. But at that point, it's like it's not needed.
So I retract my previous statement. We could have gotten rid of this match off the card because Punk didn't defend his title either. So we could have just gotten rid of this match and been fine. Like, I get they may be trying to build towards Sammy winning the title, finally beating Drew and winning the title. But there were a lot of reports, I guess, that like up until day of, Sammy himself was pushing really, really hard to win this match.
Yeah, I saw that.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think he should have won. Honestly, I'm back and forth. I think he could have either A, he could have won the match, or B, he could have lost and then won the Royal Rumble as a surprise entrant. But I think that it's Saudi Arabia, man. Come on.
Give him something.
With Saudi, I was gonna say with Saudi Arabia is usually, hey, let's get a happy ending. That's usually it with them.
And it's Sami Zayn, man. That's their guy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because like 5 years ago,
He wasn't allowed
fucking
there.
going. He wasn't allowed there. I wouldn't have been mad if they had Sammy win because I get it. It's in Saudi Arabia and he's never win the world title. And the story of him finally beating Drew does make sense. And I kind of want I want these world titles to start being passed around a little bit.
I agree.
They need to hot potato some of these titles, not just WWE, AEW too, all TNA, all these companies start doing some hot potato.
TNA's been hot potato.
Well,
true. If you got a world title on AEW, you having it for a year. That's minimum for a year.
Yeah, I don't need every world title. Reign doesn't need to be a year, especially if it's a baby face. The baby face can win it, lose it the next week. Like they're fine. The money's in the chase with baby faces. But speaking of chasing, we get to the men's Royal Rumble where 30 men chase for the world title shot at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns.
Hold on. Before we go to this, I just want to say we could have, instead of having Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn, we could have got Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes street fight.
True, because it didn't happen at Saturday night's main event.
Exactly. Like they were supposed to have their singles match, said they brawled through the arena, didn't have a match. Street fight. Let's go.
Yeah,
but I think they're trying to protect both of them and not have either guy take a loss.
Yeah, because they really believe in Jacob, and Cody is the QB. He's him, so they don't want either guy to lose. But you've built the story, so now they're eventually going to have to face each other. But Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble, so he's going to WrestleMania, the main event for what is this, the 11th time? Kenny, what's your thoughts?
All right, so thoughts on Roman winning or the whole men's Royal Rumble?
Whole thing, the Roman winning and like the Royal Rumble as a whole.
So I got a couple things with this, because even though I thought the women's Rumble was a better Rumble, this had more stuff going on with it, so there's more stuff for me to talk about with this. So my thing was, okay, so first I'm gonna give a shout out to Obafemi. Obafemi did his thing this Rumble. Him and Brock Lesnar getting that little face off. I called it. Like I was like, they're gonna have that face off. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be crazy. Now, Chad Gable coming back as
El Grande Americano original.
Fuck that.
That was trash. This was the time. Chad Gable's looking huge now. He's in the gym. All he's been doing is working out. You could have had him come back and be a menace. But no, you had him come back and be a goofball again and to get this goofy moment between El Grande Americano against El Grande Americano when we did not need this. We should be ending that. That should be done. That should be done.
Amen.
Disagree.
And another thing.
Let me give you your flowers. Let me give you your flowers. And find the.
You got the sound effect for me. And another thing, LA Knight was looking strong in this. They should have pulled the trigger on him now. I don't know what it is about the production team, people behind closed doors. They wait a year, 2 years later than when they're organically being pushed and their crowd is loving them. They're over. And it's like, just pull the trigger. They're like, nah.
LA Knight's been over for 3 years straight.
And that's what I'm saying. He should have been champ a couple times. He should have been champ.
Exactly.
I don't think it's happening at this point. I
don't either, I think it might be his fault.
I don't think they're ever pulling the trigger. I think the age doesn't help. I think the whole thing that happened on Real didn't help either. It made them like not trust him.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's probably gonna be stuck in like mid-card hell for the rest of his career.
Here's the thing, and I've thought this for a while now. I have nothing. I can't prove it. You know what I mean? There's no rumors reporting it, or you know what I'm saying. But watch his interviews. Watch when he talks, like not on camera WWE interviews. I'm saying like podcasts or like red carpets, like whatever, right? Like other where he's being his shoot self and answering questions. I think he's bitter that he hasn't won a world title yet. He hasn't been pushed like that yet, which is I'm not saying it's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can see him having a bad attitude all the time backstage, and then being like, "I'm not fucking pushing this guy. He's an asshole. Like I don't like him. I don't get along with him. Like, is that right? No.
But it's one of those things where it's that catch-22. I'm mad because you ain't pushing
exactly.
me.
And I'm not pushing you because you're mad.
So it's like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a vicious circle.
And so like I said, I thought LA Knight should have won, but like I said, y'all said the same thing I was about to get to, where I think they're punishing him for that, so they're not gonna let him do that. Another thing was, I got a hot take. This might be a hot take. I think, even though I was just talking shit about him earlier, Gunther should have won it. I think Gunther would have. Gunther winning that would have been insane. That he like the hate. Like imagine I just retired your guy. I mean,
back to back, retired.
But like I just retired, fresh off retiring AJ Styles. Y'all don't like me right now. I'm saying not only this is how good I am. I'm gonna retire him and still win this whole thing against 29 other people. He goes out there number 30. And I was like, he should do it. He's in the final two. They should pull the trigger. I know they're gonna do Roman Reigns, but I was like, pull the trigger. The crowd's literally chanting, "Fuck you, Gunther." That's how crazy it is right now. All they had to do is just, motherfucker, he threw him over. That heat would have been insane. And he could have terrorized WWE for the next 3 weeks, not choosing anybody, just going to Raw and SmackDown and be like, I can retire you too. And take your belt. That would be fire.
Why he make him Polish?
I can retire you too.
The old country. We go back to the old country. I'll retire you.
Yeah, the Polish hammer Gunther.
They should have did it. But another thing too, that's
legendary Polish power.
This was a quick little spot, but it was fire. Jacob Fatu throwing what's his name? Javon Evans up in the
Evans.
Air.
Oh yeah, catching him and then doing the Samoan back.
Fire.
That was insane. I just want to get my flowers to them because that was
the Javon be flying. Like he be getting thrown and tossed. Like the one time he like pretty much went from the ring to the announce table in one jump. Clear, and he had room. Like he could have kept going further.
It was. I was gonna say he tossed him. We just had the bookies. I voted for that, by the way. But I just throw a little thing in there. But yes, that shit was insane. Shit was insane. So I think the men's rumble could have been better. I really wish we could have got like for that moment. It should have been to me LA Knight. I was like, okay, LA Knight's not winning it. Okay, shit, you got Gunther then, and they didn't do it. And I was like, those were the two I really wanted to win. And I feel like there's a couple entrants they had in there. I feel like they didn't need. It was.
Well, there's always filler ones.
I know, but a couple was like, why did they put? Like, why was it Randy Orton? I don't think Randy Orton was in there.
No, I don't think he was.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Travvy.
Randy Orton wasn't in the. Yes, he was.
Was he?
He was
I don't remember being in there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he was only in there for like 7 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah, he got eliminated relatively quickly.
I mean, Gunther was only in there for about 8 minutes.
Oh, that's because he was number 30.
Yeah,
So
I mean, Randy Orton was 20.
Oh, another shout out thing too, because this was hilarious. Brock Lesnar getting thrown out in the middle of somebody's entrance music is insane. Like,
the Heat Fest.
He was just.
He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Why? Because I wasn't even looking over there. I was looking at the entrance. All of a sudden, I was like, "What the?" He was on his back, like.
Oh, that just reminded me that because it was the run it back when Roman got into the ring with Jay, and he's like, "Yeah, let's run it back." And Jay's like, "Okay, let's run it back." And then in the ring, let's do it. And then the music starts, and he just smacked the shit out of him. Like, Roman's get the fuck out of here.
Roman's a dickhead.
And then he definitely still got control over them because, like, 5 minutes later, him and Jay did the fucking 1D. He just smacked the taste out your mouth 5 minutes ago after tricking you. Why are you helping him?
Yeah, that was wild.
Travvy, what are your thoughts?
So let's start with the very beginning. Do y'all think we get Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker at Mania?
We might. I feel like wrestling injuries, they always say like a way higher time frame, and then it's way shorter than we thought. They're always like, oh, he's out for 6 months, and then 3 months later, they're back.
That might be it. It's like Cena in 08 when he returned for the Rumble. He said that he was doing like the injury what's like the return timeline was based on him going to rehab 3 days a week. He was going 3 times a day. That's insane.
Most of people are different, man.
But I will say there's the conspiracy theory, the rumor and innuendo. Shout out to whatever that guy's name is that does the rumor and innuendo in his podcast. Is that it was actually a failed drug test. It was a steroids failure, but they didn't want to announce it, so they suspended him.
Christina. I was like,
they suspended him.
I thought you were
said he was
injured
injured
for a second,
and brought him back at the Rumble. No, not Seth. No, but the thing with Seth is I could see them not doing the match at Mania, but having Seth return at Mania and cost Braun whatever the match is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
because it's like they've got it open where it could be a lot of different things.
I also think this might be out of left field. I'm thinking it might be Adam Pearce. I at first I was like, that's goofy, and then I thought about it for the way he's been moving lately. I'm like, it might be him. Like, it might not just be like full out be a wrestler or like that. I just think he might be like, hey, fuck you, Paul Heyman. This is just my.
It might just be Braun Breaker versus Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce. What the fuck am I talking about? Adam Pearce.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm here for it.
They don't love you like that.
KG and Rondo come out and help them out.
That's what I'm talking about. Fuck Ray Allen, though. I'll even take Shaq before I take Ray Allen's bitch ass.
Ray Allen is the Seth Rollins of the Celtics.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. Fuck him.
You said which one
he
is?
broke my motherfucking heart.
Ray Allen. He's the Seth Rollins because he turned his back. He turned on his brothers.
He's a bitch. He couldn't beat him, so he joined them. Punk ass bitch. I hate him. He was also up until he went to them. He was my favorite player of all time.
I know that.
Fuck him.
That had to hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I felt disrespected personally. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kidding. I felt like old boy on the phone in that car, that video you sent today.
Man,
that's how I felt. I said, all right, bet.
There's nothing worse than having someone you love, like not like legit love, but like the celebrity you really mess with, like that athlete you love, and they switch to another team, or they just be like, when they lose, like if it's like boxing or UFC, and they lose in a terrible way, you're like, oh
no, for sure.
I've been there a couple times. Adrian Broner was one of them. When he got beat down, and I was like, he got this, and it hurt something in my heart to see him lose. Him and oh boy, big dude, Deontay Wilder. Those hurt. Mine was Conor McGregor. I'm not a fan of his now because I don't support rapists. But I didn't know he was out here doing that.
Yeah, he got convicted for rape.
I was gonna say, I was still love him. I was like, damn.
Yeah. But when Dustin Poirier knocked him out the first time, I mean, Kenny was there. Kenny watched me. I was like,
he was hurt.
I couldn't believe it because I was talking so much. I was like, there ain't no way Dustin Poirier had beaten him. Ain't no fucking way.
Was that the one he was sitting down?
He did.
No, that's when he broke his leg. That's when he got him pulled the fuck out. When he was bald, Connor, he was be all happy until he got knocked out. Now he ain't not happy no more.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Your wife was in my DMs.
Yeah, I love that.
I do. Tell him it's a doctor stoppage. I didn't quit. He didn't knock me out. Your wife was in me DMs. And they're after me, Charms.
She's magically delicious.
That's wild. But yeah, so Roman won the Royal Rumble. We know now that he's challenging CM Punk for the world title. Right.
Oh, I got one more thing to add to this.
Yeah, go
ahead. I got a question for both y'all. What's y'all's thoughts on Brock Lesnar no selling Ilya's chops? Because the internet's upset.
They're mad. I wasn't mad at it.
What the fuck is he supposed to do? That's a he's a former heavyweight MMA champion. What the fuck is Ilya Dragunov slapping him in the titty got to do with anything? Of course he's gonna throw him.
As a huge Ilya Dragunov fan, he's probably in my top 5 favorite right now. I get it though. Like I get it's Brock. He's not gonna sell that sort of stuff. Like he's only selling
He
like
shouldn't.
finishers and stuff.
But-
like I would expect him to sell like a regular punch or a kick. Like I would expect if he was facing, it could have been Oba. He was getting the chops from, and he might sell them.
But that's the thing about this, though. When you still have to go into that character where his character is a dominant character. It doesn't matter. We get Dragunov's tough. But if he chops him, it's not going to be the same for him as it would if he's chopping Carmelo Hayes. If he's chopping Carmelo Hayes, he's going to drop. Ah, shit. If he's chopping Brock Lesnar, he's going to be like, that's it? He's going to chop him right back. That's the whole point. Him being as big as he is, he gets chopped. I hit you back. That's the whole story right there. I'm bigger than you. I can do this to you. Now,
Brock
Dragunov
Lesnar
come
is the
back.
final boss.
Yeah, I must say he is a final boss. Yeah. So him coming back, like I mean, you might have Dragunov beat him down some more, then he finally drops down, and then you get the pin. It's like, oh, he did it. But in that situation, he's not doing that.
Perfect example.
Because that happens.
Superman.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If Superman punches Lex Luthor dies.
Blows up.
But if Superman punches Darkseid, he don't give a fuck.
That's it.
Yeah, are you trying to tell me Superman's weak or being portrayed as weak? No.
And that's
because even like
there's levels to this.
Right,
exactly.
Even in the Gunther Ilya, like yes, like Gunther was selling the chops, but even then, that was kind of the story too. That Gunther or Walter at the time was so much bigger, so much stronger, and dominant that the chops it took a lot for Ilya to finally beat him. Which in the Royal Rumble, they were interacting for what, all of 30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, I don't expect you can't expect for Brock to be selling like crazy, especially when he's still really fresh. And
imagine if it did go that way. Let's say Dragunov did chop him, and Brock Lesnar's like, they will be on the internet saying,
that looks so fake.
Brock Lesnar getting chopped down, blah blah blah. Letting the little Dragunov doing this to him, blah blah. This is what we doing. It would have been the exact opposite.
Yep.
Like there was no.
Like CM Punk said, wrestling fans. There's one thing about them. They gonna complain.
True.
But speaking of complaints, it's the time for the Bad Guy Has Spoken segment. So it's going to be the worst part of the week so far. Kenny, what you got?
All right. The worst part of the week so far, in my opinion, is I don't know what they're doing with this whole Bailey and
Lyra
Valkyria thing. I want to I liked it at first. I was like, okay, Bailey's like crazy. Let's see where this is going. Now it's got to the point where it's like, this is stupid. We can stop this now. Like, I don't like this. Like, I really don't like this.
I agree.
And I get you're trying to build your tag team division, which you should have been doing for years, but I just think it's so for this tag team. I don't think that it should be happening. What I do think what they should do, in my opinion, like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you a little idea. I think the mid-card title, so the title Becky Lynch has, the IC title.
Yeah,
that should be, in my opinion, that should be a Legends title. So you got people that's like your Becky Lynch's, your Nikki Bella's. Those people should be getting that title because that's a newly established title. You're trying to build a legacy around it. So you do that with that title for right now. And then when you have the up-and-comer that's coming, just like you did with Maxine Dupree, you build them like that. And I think the current big stars should be fighting for the world title. Your Stephanie Vickers, your Liv Morgans, people like that. I think they should be fighting for that. Where this way you can still get the people to, like the legends you have in your roster. You can still got them doing stuff, and you can still make them have, hey, take this title, go ahead. But you still want to put the newer superstars over with that world title. I think that's what you should do with that. I think that's where Bailey should be in, fighting for the Becky Lynch's title. This tag team one. I'm not with this tag team. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Or do you wait? Did you mean the U.S. title or the IC title? Because
I'm saying the IC title. So Becky Lynch's title.
Yeah, should be like a Legends.
That should be a Legends title right now.
And then what about the U.S. title though? Women's title.
The U.S. title on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Well, SmackDown really doesn't have that many. I mean, besides, they They got Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, their tag team right now. But other than them, who's the other?
You could give it to. It could be Lash. Could be fighting for it.
No, and I'm saying that's fine. That's fine for that title. I'm saying for Raw specifically, because I'm talking about I just forgot the name just that fast. But Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
I don't know why I associated Bayley and Lyra with SmackDown for some reason in my head, even though they're on Raw more than anything.
Yeah. For Raw, that
I ignore their segments.
Yeah, I was said on Raw, the mid card title should be more of a Legends title, in my opinion. The SmackDown one, you have a lot of up and coming talent, and you have a lot of talent that's really not doing much, and you got other talent that should be getting pushed that you're not pushing. Like Mitchin, I've been saying for a long time, Mitchin should have been the U.S. champion a couple times, and I think Ivy Nile, in my opinion, should have been a champ at least once. She's been doing everything for y'all. She put on good matches, and y'all been doing her dirty.
Yeah, but she doesn't have her mic skills and character work is not great.
Yeah, she's got the personality of wet paper. I
think she's one of the people where, because Julia doesn't right now, her character doesn't have the personality.
But she has a manager.
And I was going to get to that. So, like I said, with her having a manager, she got a whole team. She can do the whole, my team's cheating for me, or I'm doing this for the squad. She can do that.
But somebody got to talk.
They could have Chad Gable, yeah.
Now he's back. He's been gone for a year.
He could have talked. He could have talked.
He wasn't there. They said they took him away.
His mouth still works. He could have talked.
Wow. Pause.
I knew what I said when I said it. Yeah, his mouth still works. Go ahead.
He said, "Leave it in." Pause.
Yeah, I don't care. I said what I said when I said it. He should have been talking for it. Then
they should do a better. They should do a better job with like the Creed brothers and Ivy Niles and Chad Gable. What the hell is the name of their group? They're on the. I keep wanting to say the real American Alpha. I kept wanting to say Real Americans, and I know that's not right.
I always want to say Alpha Academy. I'm like, that's not them, and I'm like, that's not them.
Yeah, they should have been like not necessarily dominant, but they should be in a faction war with like Judgment Day and those like sorts of things.
Well, the problem is we have way too many heel factions going on. That's the thing. We have
Judgment Day babyface.
Oh, they're not. No, American Alpha was him and Jason Jordan. American Made is
American Made. You're right.
See, I'm messing up now. American Made. Yeah, I knew American something.
Yeah, no, that's right. Because I was sitting here like, wait, what was Jason Jordan and Chad Gable?
Somebody in there American.
Which they didn't let run long enough on the main roster.
Well, he got. Oh no, they split him up.
They split him up. Yeah, they did the Kurt Angle son thing and then broke him up.
Yeah. Of all the fucking people, Chad Gable looks like a goddamn spinning image of fucking Kurt Angle. You get Jason Jordan. Like, I understand, like, you're trying to push him and whatnot. Like, I get it. I don't get why you were trying to push him, but I understand that was your plan.
Big meaty man.
Why do we have to? He's not that goddamn big.
He
was compared to Chad Gable.
He's just taller. Chad Gable was the charismatic one of the two anyway.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I feel like they pushed the wrong people a lot. I'm like, why are you pushing them?
They could have done, like, if you were going to push Jason Jordan, you could have had Chad Gable be Kurt's son, and then had Jason Jordan be jealous and go in a heel run to take out Chad Gable. It would have made way more sense than what they did.
Oh, and one more thing. While we're on the subject, because it made me think of us, because it was brought up Alpha Academy. It made me think of her. Maxine Dupree. Now, I know I already said the worst segment or the worst part of the show, whatever was them. This part was so cringy. When Maxine Dupree, I don't know. At first I was sold on her, like, yeah, she's improving. She's this now. She's cold now. She's a technical wrestler now. That's cool. That promo she cut, and she's like, I'm going to beat her. Ah! And she was like screaming. And I was like, this shit is terrible. I was like, this is terrible.
She definitely improved in ring, but her mic skills are still not great.
Awful. That was awful. And it was just like, I can tell she was like memorizing it. She's like, I'm gonna kill her with this. And then she did it. I was like, this is not it. I can't stand it.
But moving on to WWE 2K26. We got a gameplay trailer this week. We got a bunch of announcements. They explained how the DLC is gonna work. So I'll start this one off with Travis. What are your thoughts on so far what we've seen with 2K26?
I like that there's 200 call slots. I've only been asking for that for about 10 years now. I'd like it to go up to 500. That's my goal. I want 500.
Travis, you don't play the game. How you gonna do with 500 spells?
I have all my call slots filled. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I was gonna say proper.
I almost called them spell slots. I'm like, nope, spell slots is not the right thing.
I got all those filled. I like creating characters and stuff. I just don't like physically playing the game. Like that's just me. I'm a weird person. I don't really like playing the games in general. Most games. Like I like the other side of things where like GM mode, create a wrestler, create the entrance moveset, all that stuff. Like I like to do all that. And then my goal is I want to do that and put them into a universe mode and watch it play out. You know what I mean? Like that's the goal. So I'm really happy about the 200 call slots. What I'm not happy about is this bullshit ass DLC model they got. I don't like that. I don't want to. If I'm paying the money, I don't want to have to unlock nothing.
Yeah, I think if you pay I feel like if you get the high, like I get with the lower levels, like yeah, sure, they gotta earn it, they gotta grind. But if I'm paying pretty much double what the basic game is, I should get everything for free. Everything should be unlocked. I shouldn't have to do any extra work. There shouldn't be like packs or anything. Like when they did like the special like John Cena one that you had to pay extra, or the Bray Wyatt you had to pay extra that didn't come with the season pass. Fuck that. I should get all that. I paid the extra. Give me my shit.
Here's the thing. I'm not even against them like adding more stuff after the announcement. You know what I mean? Of like, we said the announcement, you get the first 6 packs for free, right? And then they come out with 7, 8, 9 packs after that. I can understand. Okay, you guys got to pay for pack 7, pack 8, and pack 9 because we weren't going to make that, but now we are. So it's just bonus content. But making me pay and then grind? Fuck you.
Bad guy. What are your thoughts?
I 100% agree with that. I think microtransactions have ruined video games for a long time now.
I blame you though.
Yeah, but ever since you blame me. Ever since the PS3
I know you be paying them.
No, not for that. Not for that. No.
No, I mean in general. I know in general you be paying.
Well, because some things you have to. It's like no joke, you legit have to. Like Fortnite, I go to Fortnite. I wouldn't play Fortnite if it wasn't for the skins. Like the skins are amazing. I wouldn't play it if it wasn't for that. But for this, because Fortnite's free, so it's one thing. Okay, here's a free game. Here's some other stuff. We'll give you that, and you pay for this. That's cool because it does nothing to change the game.
Right.
But if I'm playing something like My Faction and these like My Teams, Ultimate Teams, you have to pay to get good because if you grind, they still don't give you enough like you should. I feel like they do that to you on purpose.
They definitely do.
And I think with this, just like he said earlier, I shouldn't have to grind for something I paid for. If the game is $70 and I think the most expensive edition is $160. If I'm
150, I think.
Yeah, if it's 150, I shouldn't have to do anything. Because with me, I like jumping into a game and just playing it. I don't like I agree with Travis. I do love my GM. I'm that person. I like doing the behind the scenes stuff. I like working the contracts. I like making the people happy. I like trying to do certain matches, do dream matches, do matches with alignments, like do all that. I like doing the backstage stuff.
Same.
But if I'm playing the game, I'd rather be like, okay, I got Dragunov in the DLC. Let me play with Dragunov now. I pay all this money. I don't want to go through the whole story mode to play with somebody who should have been unlocked already. Now, I've said this for years. I feel like if you want to do DLC, I feel like the legends should be DLC because they're not important, in my opinion. Like not important in real life, but important in a video game to have. Whereas
they're not modern.
Yeah, like that makes sense if it's like, okay, here's the game. You got the current roster. Bet. But if you pay another $10, you can play with the 80s. It should be like the 80s pack, and you got all the 80s people. Here's a 90s pack. So people that want that, they got to get it. Now, I'm forced to get this pack because I want to play as Blake Monroe because they always do like 10 random people that's recently signed. It's like, no, this shouldn't be happening. It should already be on the game. And it's annoying that we have to go through that. And then I have to use my call slots. Like you was talking about the 200 slot. I got to use call slots because y'all don't want to update your game sometimes. It doesn't make sense.
So
go ahead.
I don't necessarily agree. Like, I think that anybody on the main roster should be on the game automatically. I don't necessarily think that everybody in NXT should be on the game.
Not everybody, but I'm saying everybody that's on the game. I'm saying it's in the game. So if they say, "Hey, Blake Monroe's in this game," put her in the game. I shouldn't have to pay the extra money to get her. Is what I'm saying. Pay the extra money for the legends, for the the goofy packs where you got the what was it, AJ Hawk? It was like AJ Hawk in them, like that one year, like
it's Pat McAfee's friends.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, hear me out. Friends. That's cool. You do that, like, because I know they don't want to do the whole extra move set pack anymore. They just throw it on the random people. You got them on there too. That's fine, but just do it that way.
But hear me out on this. I'm to kind of piggyback off your idea you got here. What if they give you more matches for showcase mode, and you get the extra characters that way?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Like instead of like still do the 80s packs, 90s pack, like you're saying, but include one extra match or two extra matches for the showcase mode. And like I don't know for.
So wait. So what am I unlocking? If I play the showcase mode, what am I unlocking?
So like this won't be the one, but say you could do CM Punk versus John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio, and you unlock Alberto Del Rio, and you unlock that arena. What was it, Hell in a Cell that year for 2012, 2011, whatever it was? You get that, or you do CM Punk
kind of do that.
Diesel.
I was gonna say they do that, and here's my thing with that. If I'm paying you, there's another thing I don't like either, because they used to do this. I don't know if they're doing this for this one, but I know they did in the past.
Okay.
When you buy, I think it's a supercharger or accelerator, whichever one it was called.
Oh, supercharger's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say whichever one that was, where I paid the $10, $5, $10, $20, whatever, however much it was to unlock everything. Everything should be unlocked.
I agree.
I paid the money.
I agree.
I should have to unlock everything, and they'd be like, "Oh, you unlocked all this stuff, but you still got to play through and unlock Roman Reigns 2024." Don't like that. Shouldn't be a thing.
Because
also
with like the bloodline, what's like showcase, you like unlock like Alpha and Sika, and you unlock like the fucking Trent or High Chief Peter Maivia if you played it. Like you unlock like different like arenas, like the WrestleMania 3 arena or whatever. Yeah. Like you unlocked if you play the mode.
I'm saying in addition to what they already got on the game, release new ones so that way one
add on to the show.
New wrestlers. Yeah. Like it's not the ones that are already in the mode that you're doing. It's a whole new setup getting thrown in there. So you get more wrestlers, more arenas, more match types. You progress the showcase mode on even further after release to keep people playing that mode. I mean, I just think that it's better ways, or I don't know how to say what
I think what you're saying. So you're saying, okay, so instead of doing like a battle pass that they're doing now for this, you're saying, okay, you just unlock the bloodline pack and you play through the bloodline thing, and then you unlock that way. I'm not mad at that either. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. But I'm saying if it's like, because Marvel Rivals does that too, they'll be like, okay, you just bought the such and such pass, and now you have to get to level 20 on that, and then you unlock things as you go, which I don't want to do that. Yeah. I'm just regularly playing the game. I got to play the game. I got to get 20 submissions wins off and 10 pin. I feel like that's what they're going to do. 10 pinfall wins. And it's like, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
They said it's similar to whatever NBA 2K's battle pass is.
And that's what that is. And that's what that is. You got to grind. So you got to go in there. You got to get, with NBA was you got to get 30,000 points, 500 dunks, 3,000 3-pointers. And it's just I don't want to do that. And especially like when you go back and play old games, like for example, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I was like, let me go back and play this game. This is so much fun. Go back and play it. I'm like, oh, fuck. I forgot I want to unlock Bret Hart. So I got to beat Undertaker on the Hall of Fame mode, or I'm sorry, Legend difficulty in a casket match. And it's like, I don't want to do all that. Like, I just want to play with them. Like, if I go back and play a game, I think about that. I'm like, I don't want to do all this to unlock them.
I also don't want 6 different character slots filled with the same person. Just make them attires or alter egos or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't care, but like, why? Like, back in the day, I can't tell you what game it was, but I know it used to happen. You would just be able to cycle through. It was like an outfit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't need.
If Tekken could have 4 outfits on the character, sorry, not to cut you off. Tekken could have 4 outfits on the character in fucking on PS2. We can have 4 outfits on the guy on PS5 and WB. Like,
you should have multiple.
Yeah, and I don't need like Mattel version of Cody Rhodes.
Me either.
Like, who the hell is playing that? Like, who's playing as that character?
I'm sure Mattel's paying a lot of money to get that.
I know they are, but who the fuck is actually using that character?
No, I think what they should do is, maybe, if you buy the toy, you can put in a code and you can get that. That's cool. So that way it's like, I had this toy and I put it in the game. Like, I got it in the game. That's cool. Do that. But I just don't feel like we should grind to get that because they had us grinding on my faction to do that. And get rid of my faction in general.
Yeah.
Fucking me.
That's also get rid of the island.
Yeah, let's
get rid of the island. I will pay extra to not have the island in the game. Give me the version. Give me the version without the island.
Man,
I feel like also though. I feel like enough people are going to get mad about this that in like probably 3 to 6 months after the game releases, they're going to release a supercharger that unlocks everything.
Probably, but you're going to probably have to pay for it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like an extra $40.
Right,
and I'll pay for it too. That's a sad thing because I'm like,
I will too.
Do this.
I'm in an abusive relationship with WB 2K.
But that's me with a lot of these games.
We talked about
my ass. I keep coming back.
But we talked about the bad stuff. But what about the good things? So, like, where are you looking forward with the game? Like personally, I'm looking forward to like the dumpster match. I think will be super fun.
Yeah.
I think the Inferno match could be really cool. 3 Stages of Hell is actually the type I'm most excited for because I love the idea behind 3 Stages of Hell because you can do so many different variations with it. Honestly, I wish it wasn't just 1-on-1. Let me do that shit as a tag team. Let me do that.
That's kind of fire. There's never.
I was about to say that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Okay.
Yeah, let me do it in different variations. Like, let me give that to me. Where are you most looking forward to? I'll start with Travis on that one. What are you looking forward to with the game?
Before I get into that, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to steal that tag team 3 Stages of Hell from Booketverse.
That's far.
I already got a match. I quickly scanned through my head of the matches I already have picked out. I was like, I know exactly where that could go. So I already said I'm excited for the 200 creative superstar slots. I'm excited for my GM mode, man. They announced I'm not excited for intergender matches. Y'all know I'm not into that shit. I am.
I don't have to be my world champion.
I just don't understand the appeal of it, I guess. You know what I mean?
Equal rights, equal fights.
All right. I like that they're adding 5, 6, and 8-man matches. Yes, we need that. Yes. They're giving more match types. I like that.
Yep. Give us all the match types that are in the game. If a match type is in the game, I should be able to do it in my GM.
Exactly. Also,
that's what I used to do.
Yeah, because imagine we can do an elimination chamber now.
Yeah. I should be able to do that.
I think it should just be give us the whole 12 months. Why are you giving us? What was it?
That was gonna be my next point. Is that there's more shows.
But is it 12? That's the question. Is it 12?
Know. What's 4? So if we get 8, that's double.
Yeah.
That's earlier when you were talking about Gunther's moveset. You was like, I don't need a lot more. Just 12. He got 4, now give me 12. That's triple.
And that's
3 times the amount.
And that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, it's not even doing nothing much. Backdrop. Atomic drop. Scoop slam.
I feel like you know what Gunther needs? He needs an elbow drop from just a standing position. I feel like he can kill that shit. You know what I mean? Just
and look, you know how sad that is? We're like, hey, an elbow drop be crazy.
Hey, I love a good elbow drop.
But he does the simple stuff so well. That's what I'm saying.
I want to see him do a fist drop from the middle rope. A middle rope fist drop.
I feel like that's too flashy for him.
I'm
not trying to be funny. Like I'm being serious. Like if it would give too much John Cena. Like
he already does. Shuffle. Well, I was thinking more of the like, what's it called? What's his name?
In
Lawler.
2026.
I was like how Lawler used to do the fist drop was more of what I was thinking than Cena. Hey, what if Gunther started fucking just doing fucking AJ style and Cena's moves? He just threw them in there.
I didn't ask for all that. I didn't ask for all that.
Gunther starts doing the 5-knuckle shuffle.
See, look, Kenny asked for more moves. Damone's pitching new moves, and Kenny's still not happy.
No,
he can't be pleased.
I'm not happy for that. If he's out here doing 5-knuckle shuffles, I'm gonna be angry. I'm like, this is not it. That's not what I asked for.
Yeah, I don't want a 5-knuckle shuffle either.
Yeah,
but
unless he's doing it just to be a jerk, like a one-off thing, like this is crazy. But if he's like, this is my new move now, I got a 5-knuckle shuffle bars. I'm like, no.
Yeah, we already got Ron Cena. We don't need Walt Cena.
Yeah, Gunther hitting the Styles Clash is crazy.
Nah, Gunther hitting the phenomenal forearm is crazy.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Any kind of springboard.
Kenny, what are things you're looking forward to?
I want to make sure, Travis, you got any more?
Come back to me. If I got any more, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So those are my two main modes.
Yeah, that's my main mode too. Is my GM. That's the first thing I do when I get on there. Is that I am, like I said earlier, I said 200 character slots. I've been asking for that for years. I remember when they gave us one from 20 to 100, and I was like, man, we can go a little higher though. Fire Preston did it. Fire Preston did it with 500. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do that too. I feel like
you recommended that bullshit game. I'm pissed. I paid the $20 for it.
That shit's fire. You tripping?
Fire Pro.
Yeah, Fire Pro. And the graphics look terrible.
That's my thing. I can't get past the graphics. I just can't. Man. I can't do it.
I missed out a good game, man.
I'll do that. I'll miss out.
You'll miss out. Now,
you know how many good games I've missed out on?
I missed out. Now, with my GM, like I said earlier, I love the fact that we're getting the 5-man, 6-man, 8-man matches. That's going to be so much fun because there's a lot of things we want to do, especially like because we're very creative people here. We book shows on air, like with Book It, and then we book shows on air again on the video game because we're telling each other, hey, this is what I plan on doing. We got this going on. We're making factions, and we can't do factions because we only do tag teams and singles matches.
Yep.
And we can't really go out. We can do a run-in to help somebody out, but it's like this is going to be amazing. Having an 8-man match, doing more match fights. It's going to be so much more fun, and I love that. And I think they said this is the biggest roster we've had yet. I think they said it was like
over 400.
Yeah.
Is it actually over 400 or is it like 250? But there's 18 versions of John Cena.
I mean, we're gonna see.
It's gonna be that one. It's gonna be that.
We're gonna see because saying that we still ain't got the full roster out yet, so we don't know just yet.
CM Punk
we already got 5 versions of CM Punk.
CM Punk is with hair to the left, CM Punk with his hair to the right, CM Punk with his hair to the middle, and they all got different scores too.
And listen, and I'm gonna play as each one.
Well, they should have different scores because it's gonna be like blonde CM Punk should not be the same as like modern CM Punk.
Usually when they do that, usually the indie version is always the weakest version. I remember they did it with Daniel Bryan. I forget which game that was. I want to say that was.
It's 2K14.
It's 14. It's one of the older ones. I remember they had Bryan Danielson, which I was like, oh, they can put his name in here. I didn't know that. And they put him in there, and he was like a 67 over. He was something low, like 72 overall. And then Daniel Bryan was at the 93, 92.
Yeah.
Which was really good. But like I said, I have a lot of high hopes for this game. Like I said earlier, I'm not for the battle pass thing. That's the only thing I'm really like, But everything else that they told us about so far, I'm really looking forward to. The match types we got coming because I've been wanting the I Quit match for a long time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about I Quit.
Stages Hell match you was talking about, and then the fact that we got weapon submissions too. Man,
yes. That's the other thing. Thumbtacks, fucking shopping cart. I need a stop sign.
There's stop signs already.
Oh.
Yeah, they dropped it with the new Jack pack.
Yeah, there's stop signs.
Bet.
Yeah. The stacking tables. I like that. You can stack tables.
Man, it's like some of the stuff is like, they took it like they were great ideas. They just randomly took away, and it's like they're bringing them back, and it's like, thank you. 3 Stages of Hell should have been that. They ain't been there since Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, I quit used to be in all the games too. It's like, why do you take that away? Just
Like the last time
me
we
that
had
shit back.
we had Blockbuster. Like, like I remember I rented Here Comes the Pain from Blockbuster. Like,
Give me all that.
Stayed up. That was, I will say, that game got a lot of hours out of me. I rented Here Comes the Pain. I played. I think we rented probably. Let's say I rented it 3 p.m. I played that shit from sun up, sundown. I want to sleep maybe an hour, 2 hours. Got my back up like.
Yep.
Yep.
I got my time in.
Funny thing is, we say that after we just complained about grinding. But we didn't have jobs. We didn't have jobs. We didn't have jobs.
I was gonna say, I grind in real life.
And you gotta remember, this back in the day, there was no other modes. It was exhibition, season mode. That was a creation mode. That was all we had. And then I was in
season mode.
I was in season mode too.
Oh, you know, I mean, do that to play a regular match.
I'll never forget when SmackDown versus Raw 2006 was the first one GM mode.
Yes.
Yeah, it came out, and I was playing that shit. My dad used to make fun of me so bad. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're just reading the fucking screen. Like, you're not even playing." I'm like, I am playing. Leave me alone.
Bro, like, leave me alone. I'm having fun. Why are you
let me have fun. Just because you don't like it don't mean I don't like it.
My dad used to be heated. You've been creating characters for 6 hours now. Like, let me make my brand. Right?
Back in the day when you had to like look up specifics, like I wanted to put Sting in the game.
Yes, I did that too.
You had to like.
Oh yeah, you had to get formulas.
Right, you had to get the formula. Like this color needs to be a 4-8 or whatever. Man, to make it work, and you're like trying to move the little thing just perfectly.
Bro, I remember the site calls.ws. That was the one.
Yep.
I used to get all of them off of.
Is that shit still on? Because I might make some calls for my.
They had some stuff. Now with technology, we can probably download people and put them on the game with these mods and stuff. But back then, we had to spend the time to create these people.
Also, free the PC.
I'm not technologically.
Also, free the PCs. Let them come back. Let us get their shit again. Like, what's the status? Did nothing wrong. The shit was in the game. You just hid it from us. He just freed it.
It was funny. And we're like,
he's the Harriet Tubman in 2K.
Hold on. If we go out to eat and I take your wallet and pull the $5 out or the whatever amount out and pay for dinner with the money you had in your wallet, it was in your wallet. You just hiding it from us.
I freed the food. No,
I didn't freed it for everybody.
Was about this, like, when you bring up what's the status. I popped for Tights Triple H for some reason. I hated that version of Triple H. I hated that look. I hate everything about it, but I was so hyped to have that version in the game. I said, "Oh shit, I can play as him." To play it as him.
If you don't want
nothing wrong with Tights Triple H.
If you didn't want us to play as those characters, why the fuck are they in the game?
Why you put them in the game? Because you got to pay for them, and then you got to grind and do all that. Ridiculous.
Well, no, some of them were in there, like they were in there, and then they got scrapped. But it cost too much money to try to go through and delete all the files and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they just they were never going to release them. They were just going to stay there. Nah, let's have
updates for 3,000 gigabytes.
True,
but the PC it's got to be crossplay because it's there's no previous gen anymore, so it can't crossplay with them unless they're gonna have PC on an island by itself.
It's just Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox.
They might do like Xbox can do with PC maybe.
And Switch.
I think everybody should. If one of them can, everybody can. That's how I feel.
I think we should just all be able to.
It's because of what's the status modding. That's why. It was because of what he was doing. You ain't enjoying all this good shit, getting interest music that you shouldn't be having.
He gave us what we wanted. And speaking of what we wanted, here's a name for Raise Energy.
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Raise energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Raise energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Raise has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Raise right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off your next order of better, tastier energy.
Okay, and we are back. So we're gonna go to the main event, which is the road to WrestleMania. Some quick previews, predictions, wish list. I'll let you two go because I'm going to be doing my own thing here in a second. But we'll start with Travvy. What are your like predictions or things you want to see happen at WrestleMania or on the road to WrestleMania?
I'll tell you something I don't want to see.
Okay.
I don't want to see Cody Rhodes fighting for a world title at this WrestleMania. Let him breathe. This man's been in nothing but world title conversations since April of 24.
Yeah.
Let him have something else go on for a second. Let Jacob Fatu beat the hell out of him. I don't care what he does. I just don't want him in a world title match.
He's like Rhea territory where it's like, let's get him away from the world title for a little bit. And then eventually they can get back there, but they don't need to be in it for a while.
Exactly. Rhea's almost to the point now where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with her going back to fight for a world title because she's been gone for a while. You know what I mean, she had the little feud with Liv. I know some of that was world title feud as well, but you know what I mean, she's been in the tag team. Like she's doing her own thing. That's what they need to do with Cody. That's what
they do with certain people. Like Bianca Belair was the same way. They took out the world title picture and put in a tag team title picture. So that way she's still winning gold, still building her legacy up. Yeah, Charlotte too, still building the legacy up. But that way you're not getting sick of them. But they're still achieving stuff. So I agree with you. They should put Cody. I mean, they did it with the tag team titles with him and Jey Uso for a little bit.
But that was before he won the title.
No, I know. I'm saying, but now I think this should just be a blood feud now since.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Randy Orton turns heel.
You should do that too.
Orton versus Cody. It doesn't need the title. It doesn't need any. You know what I mean? Like, there's enough meat on those bones.
You could get like 3-4 months out of that.
Exactly, with no title at all. And then, if you sprinkle in other stuff like Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber, you know what I mean? Stuff where. Right. You know what I mean? Or maybe even do like a triple threat where it's Cody versus Randy versus whoever the champion is for one match. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you can extend that feud out for a while.
Yeah, and you can build other things onto it too. Especially if Cody turns heel.
Well, if Randy turns heel, it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, true. But I meant more in general. But like even with the Charlotte thing, that I think having her lose to Tiffany and then teaming with Alexa this year has helped her so much because it went from like, oh my God, Charlotte's back, go away, please don't win this world title, we hate you, go away, go away, to like, okay, we fuck with you again. Bad guy.
Keep going, Travis. You got any more you want to say?
What do I want to see? I want to see Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. I don't know. I kind of want CM Punk to lose the title before WrestleMania.
To who?
I don't know. Ben Balor, maybe.
I am interested in what they're doing with Ben Balor. I'm very interested because he said he's willing to do bad things to win the world title. What does that mean?
Exactly right. I mean, he's probably gonna become the demon again. I think because you could do Punk versus Roman versus Balor because Balor beat Roman. His debut match. Callback.
And even like him winning against Finn during the bloodline was controversial with the like, rope break thing. Like they never explained that. Like you could go and like talk about that too. So you can make it work.
Remember when he powered up, Kenny?
I was hyped.
So was I. I think that's enough for me right now.
Okay. Bad guy.
All right. So a couple things. I do agree Randy should turn heel. I think it should get to that point where, you know, even if Cody's still beefing with Jacob Fatu, and Randy's like, I'll help you. It'll be like a tag team or something. He's like, I need help from somebody. Randy be like, I'll help you. RKO. And he just kind of stands over him. It was like, Randy, why would you do that? And then they just kind of feud for a little bit. And that way that builds off that because that's a money match right there. I know everybody won the money match with Roman and Punk. I was one of the main people that was saying I didn't want that match to happen, at least not like this. I still think it should have been Punk versus Braun at WrestleMania. Possibly Punk versus Braun versus Finn Balor. I was thinking that as well. But I mean, we got now. So
hey, hold on.
Six-man Armageddon.
No, fuck all that. Because he just said Braun and Finn versus Punk. Imagine how stressed out Punk would be if he had Judgment Day and the Vision hunting him.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. He's by himself.
He becomes paranoid.
Thank you. And that's what I said. That would have been fire. And that would, even if you don't like Punk, you would still feel at the very least sympathetic for him because it's just him, Oos, again, and dealing with the Vision and the Judgment Day because he always has to keep his head in the swivel because you got Braun Breaker, who's to the point now he's so bitter and so angry that he's like, oh, I gotta get my hands on him. He's literally choking out his boss in front of everybody. And he's like, nah, I got to get that world title. So he's hungry because I lost him before. I'm bitter. I want my shot back. I wasn't ready then, but I feel like I'm ready now. Then you also got Finn Balor, he was feeling complacent being back there playing video games with Carlito. Even though Carlito ain't there no more. He pretty much took his role. Now he's playing video games back there with JD McDonough. Liv Morgan's like, hey, what are you doing? You need to show us that you still, you still really want to be world champion. Like you just sitting here. What are you doing? At that point, he got that bug in his ear, and he's like, you know what? I should be out here doing something. So now he's doing this, and he's being manipulated by Liv Morgan to keep doing more and more evil things. So it gets to that point. So he's like, okay, I'm going to keep beating on Punk. So at that point, like I said, Punk's like, I'm stressed. I got to deal with him. Look, even though I'm still a fighting champion, I got to figure out what to do with y'all. And that right there is a story right there. You can branch out with so many things right there. And I feel like with that, you can have Braun Breaker beat them both to prove, hey, I know before I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready. I beat them both. I am a dominant world champion. That could have worked. You still could, if you want to do Punk winning. Look, if everything had to go up against all the obstacles, I still did it. You can go that route, and you can still have Finn Balor win it and be like, you know what? They were sleeping on me. They said I was in the back playing video games. Now you got to watch out for me. I am your world champion. I know I had the world champion title for like a day before and had to give it up, but I'm world champion now. You could have gone so many different ways with that, and you didn't.
You know what? Fuck it. You've convinced me. Fatal 4-way. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker. Because add all those things you just did, and fucking Roman breathing down your throat.
And that's what I'm saying.
We're doing Fatal 4-way. We're doing a Fatal 4-way. Add Seth Rollins.
You can do that. I said there's so many possibilities. Because now you still got.
You know what? Add Logan Paul.
So like you still got that
too. Match.
I want Logan Paul no, he can't be in it. He's the Vision.
True.
Yeah, no, so I'm saying and then like I said, you could do the 5 people we just named, and then still throw somebody else in there. You could do the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. We were asking for that for a long time on this show. You can do it now. Another thing I really want added to that, I do want the NXT title to be defended on WrestleMania.
Okay.
I want that.
Instead of at Stand and Deliver.
Shit, you can do both. but I want that to be a part of that, to be part of the big spectacle, because you are world champion. You're the face of the company. I feel like you should be a part of the WrestleMania. I guess Stand and Deliver is the WrestleMania for NXT. I feel like that should be not showcasing, but everything else going on. Maybe have the women's world title be the big thing, because the women's roster is, the biggest thing in NXT right now. So you can go crazy with that. But what I feel like with that world title, have that defended there, because there's some matches. There's always some bullshit that's in there. You got your Johnny Knoxville matches. There's always the bullshit match that they don't need. And I feel like with that one, you can showcase NXT talent and bring more eyes to NXT. Because some people don't plan on ever watching NXT. They just be like, oh, this Oba Family guy looks kind of good. This way you can be like, oh, this is what they doing over there, and it makes you want to be interested and go check that out too as well.
I agree with all of that, except for one thing. And two words you kept using: world title. The NXT Championship is not a world title.
It's a developmental championship.
That's fine. Even if I'm saying you can still do that match Is what I'm saying. You can put that on WrestleMania.
I just think, I guess you would have to, you could, but I feel like you still need to do if you're gonna do Stand and Deliver, he needs to be on that card and on WrestleMania. You need to be on both.
Here's my let me play devil's advocate against this because I don't agree with none of this. I don't think NXT should be on there. I think that's a main roster benefit. You know what I mean? Like we don't need NXT is not I don't care what anybody says. They're not a third brand. They're not. If they were, there wouldn't be call-ups. They wouldn't be, you know what I mean? They would be interacting with Raw and SmackDown just like all the other Raw and SmackDown superstars interact. But they don't. They treat it as a big deal. When they come up, they call them rookies. They call them upstarts. They don't call them superstars. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, when you're like talking about the Johnny Knoxville matches, the Snooki matches, the whatever, the Floyd Mayweather matches, there's another wrestler in that match. So to take away, if you take out the Johnny Knoxville match, Sami Zayn doesn't get a match at WrestleMania that year. Because if you're going to replace it with the NXT champion, Sami Zayn's not facing him. Same thing with Big Show against Floyd Mayweather, whoever it is. And on top of that, Johnny Knoxville brings more eyes to WrestleMania than Joe Hendry does.
True.
I hear you on that, but my thing is, okay, so you like, even though you're not looking for him, you're like, okay, I'm already watching WrestleMania, and then you're like, okay, let me go ahead and check this out. And I'm like, who is this guy? And then you watch, you're like, oh, so this is what I'm missing out on. I'm saying that will bring more eyes to NXT, and that will bring more eyes, you know what I'm saying? That way more people is watching it that way.
Or
but
what you do, you bring back pre-show matches.
No.
You put it on the pre-show.
No.
I don't think it should be. I don't think it. No.
Also, but that defeats the point. Like, I see what you're saying. I see your theory. I see your like what your goal, like what you're going for here. But the problem is like the celebrity matches are there specifically to bring more viewers in. Like it's there specifically to get people that don't watch wrestling to watch WrestleMania.
And it's been a thing
and Joe Hendry's not doing that.
It's been a thing since WrestleMania 1, where they freaking the main event was. The tag wasn't the main event, the tag team match.
Mr. T1.
Mr. T1, yeah. So it's literally always so like when people complain about that stuff, it's like you realize like WrestleMania has always had like a celebrity match. It's always been a thing.
I get it's expensive, but I'm saying there's always one or two matches that are really throwaway matches that don't need to be on WrestleMania. Like, let's be real. Even if it's not a celebrity match, there's still one or two matches that's like, why are we doing this match at WrestleMania? This isn't big enough to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, okay, I hear you, and I agree with you on that. But just to again play devil's advocate, because somebody's going to do it, they get their WrestleMania payday because of that. That's why those matches happen. That's why you get I guess the Andre the Giant's not even on there anymore. It's on SmackDown. But that's why you would get the Battle Royal and all that, so that more people could get on WrestleMania, get a higher payday. But as me and Damone have been saying for the past, 10 years, devil's pay them anyway.
Right, devil's advocate of the devil's advocate. Just pay them the fucking WrestleMania bonus anyway, because they are employed with you during WrestleMania, and more than likely they may have not been in a match, but they may have been involved in the build. And also, it could be like instead of doing a Christmas bonus or whatever, you could do a WrestleMania bonus.
This is a multi-billion-dollar company. They can do both.
You know what? You're right.
Give them a Hanukkah bonus too.
Just cause
only the black Cali get the Kwanzaa bonus though.
That's right.
I just think they can go about certain things just differently. Because like last year we had Rey Fenix and El Grande Americano. You don't even remember what happened in that match. Like
I didn't know that match happened.
I remember that match. It was good. It wasn't great. Like it was one of those that was there and it was cool, but it wasn't. It could have not been on WrestleMania.
And that's what I'm saying. Things like that where you can swap that out with the NXT.
I thought Rey Fenix was in a tag match with Andrade.
No.
Was that the one we went to?
No, Rey Fenix wasn't there then.
Was that in SummerSlam? He was definitely in a multi-man tag match with Andrade.
I think
like a TLC or a ladder or something.
No. Also, at WrestleMania, it's the fifth match of the night for night one was El Grande Americano.
I see you
beating Rey Fenix. And
my solution is get rid of those bullshit matches off of WrestleMania. That's it. We don't need those. Just do the important ones at WrestleMania. Still do 2 nights, but you can cut this. We don't need 8 matches a night. We can do 5 a night.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said. Some matches don't
Trim
need
some of this
WrestleMania
fat.
matches.
So
there was no big feud between them to be like, oh yeah, we need that. That is at WrestleMania. Like that that wasn't needed. That's why I said like that's the one where you can do the NXT one if you want to do that. If you want to go that route. That's
also,
I'm not mad at that.
Devil's advocate.
I don't necessarily agree that NXT should be on there, but I'm not mad at that match getting taken off. But I just want to say, yes, at SummerSlam they had a 6-pack tag team TLC. And
that was the 6-pack match. Also, for the IC title at WrestleMania, they should have an IC ladder match. Should be a tradition. It should be the Scott Hall Invitational or Razor Ramon Invitational. Every WrestleMania should have that.
Michaels is there every year. He's the one that hangs the title. Yeah.
Hey, cooking. Not
I
mad.
I think the ladder match should be for the tag team. Do the Fatal 4-Way tag team. Do like a tag team showcase every year. Maybe do something like that instead, because we already got the Andre the Giant thing. That way, we show more love to the tag teams. There's a bunch.
Hot take. Get rid of the Andre the Giant thing. No one.
I agree. That mess is literally.
No one's cared since Cesaro won it.
I don't agree. I think it's a good lower mid card achievement that showcases who's coming up.
It's like when Braun Strowman won the fucking Battle Royal in Saudi Arabia, and they gave him that like ugly ass belt. No one. I thought you were gonna say
when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal in 2024. But I still don't know if he won it or if Bronson Reed won it or if Braun Breaker won it.
Yeah,
I don't know who won that bad.
Yeah, because of Joe, because he gave us 3 different.
Watch it was Brock Lesnar or someone. Someone not even named Braun. Yeah, but speaking of WrestleMania, it's time for D-Money's Money Line. So we're going to do a road to WrestleMania prediction. So we're going to start off with the men's Elimination Chamber. So my prediction is that Sami Zayn is going to win the men's Elimination Chamber and go on to challenge Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, and he's going to finish the story at WrestleMania. Not as good of a story as Cody, but it's a story.
I can see that.
For the women's I almost said War Games. For the women's Elimination Chamber, which I'm predicting is going to be better than the men's Elimination Chamber, because the women always have better multi-women matches than the men when they have them on the same show. My prediction is that Bianca Belair returns. Her fingers hopefully healed. She can get back. She comes back. She wins the chamber. She challenges Jade for the title at WrestleMania. Takes the title off that bum. Okay. Also, Jade still sucks. She never stopped sucking. I was always right. For the night 1 main event, I kind of struggled on what I thought it would be, because at first I was going to do something with Cody or Sammy and Drew as the night 1 main event. But I would prefer that the women get at least one of the 2 nights main events. Which obviously they're not going to get the main event this year. Which there are years where you could argue they should have been the main event of night 2, but this isn't one of those years.
It's not.
I was stuck between is Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vakir a big enough match to have as the main event of a WrestleMania night. I'm going with yes. I'm gonna have that be the main event of night 1 over Drew versus Sammy.
What was the match?
Liv Morgan versus Stephanie.
Okay.
It was between that and the Drew one. Like I wouldn't do Jade and Bianca as a main event, because Bianca gonna have to carry her ass off that night.
No, all Jade needs is 3 moves. I'm bringing that back now.
The thing is, she doesn't do those 3 moves good.
That's what she needs. Just needs 3 moves. Bianca can carry. She'll be all
I
right.
don't even think she sucks. I just think that she's not confident in herself.
That's
I
my
don't think she
thing,
wants
too.
to really
I
be
don't-
a wrestler that much.
I think she does. I just think it's one of those things where they're trying to protect her by not showing her as much. So not everybody's saying, oh, she sucks and blah, blah, blah. I think they're like, okay, we're going to have her wrestle these like big matches, kind of like Roman, where every match she does is a spectacle. I think that's what it's going to be.
But she's not Roman.
She's not.
She's
Roman.
not, but they're trying. I feel like they're trying to make her a spectacle, though.
I don't think
She's-
it's going to work because you know what the
female
difference between
Goldberg.
Jade and Roman is? Roman can wrestle really, really, really well.
I know that. I'm just saying that's what I'm thinking is going on. You know, that production room. That,
No, I hear what you're saying. I'm not arguing you. I'm arguing the theory, or like, if that's what they're doing, I'm telling them they're stupid.
Yeah, I think that is what they're doing. They're trying to protect her, but you can only protect her for so long. Like, she's got to defend the title at some point. She's got to wrestle matches at some point. Otherwise, why is she there? Why is she your champion?
She has 100 days right now.
She hasn't defended the title at all.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say
one.
she had 100 days, like without defending.
She's over. Definitely, I'm pretty sure she's over. That whole 30-day rule hasn't been a thing in forever. That
No.
shit-
I'm not saying
they
that
only
rule,
brought
but I'm
that up.
saying it's been like 100 days since
Yeah, it's
she's
been a
won and
long
changed
time.
this shit
She-
with her.
Yeah, she hasn't defended it at all.
It's just been that
And
bitch
like
for
Jordan
100
Grace
days.
has been calling her out about it, and she just doesn't defend it. So fuck it. Give Jordan Grace the title. Do Jordan Grace versus Bianca at WrestleMania instead.
I don't think Bianca's coming back.
Hopefully she does.
I think she's coming back eventually, but I don't think she's back for Mania.
Which is crazy. Like that finger injury is keeping her out this long.
It's a knuckle injury. She broke the knuckle. She's been very clear that that's not the same as a finger. I don't know why
Okay.
it's not the same, but that's she's deliberately
different.
said
To be
I
fair,
broke my
get
knuckle,
it.
which is not the same as my finger. She got an attitude about it. So I don't want no smoke with
No,
DST, okay?
No, I
All
get
day.
it though. Like, there's a reason there's hand surgeons. The hand has a lot of like fingers and delicate
Mhm.
things, so I get it. The knuckle and the hand being different. But the actual, not the actual main event, but the night 2 main event is obviously Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I don't know who wins that because I can see them going either way on that one. For the 4 world champions leaving WrestleMania, I have Sami Zayn beating Drew McIntyre finally. Liv Morgan beating Stephanie. CM Punk beats Roman. How that happens, not 100% sure. I feel like there's some bullshit that happens that causes CM Punk to retain the title. Either like he turns heel or someone interferes or something happens. But CM Punk retains. And then Bianca, if she returns in this scenario, which is what my prediction is, Bianca returns and she beats Jade at WrestleMania for the women's title. And that is your D-Money money line. If you can find a book out there in Vegas or your local bookie or whatever, go bake those bets. So last but not least, it's time for the match recommendation. Travvy T, hit us with him.
I'm gonna recommend Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream at TakeOver War Games. I think this is the type of match that I would show a non-wrestling fan. I think it's got a little bit of everything, and it's not. The thing is, like John's thing is he always says like TLC 1 or TLC 2, the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Mankind and all that. That's great and all, but I've had people like I'd show them stuff like that, and they'd say this is too violent. This is too scary. Like I can't. Why do you watch this? Watching an Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream, it's all story. It's all psychology. But they're doing moves, too. You know what I mean? It's fast-paced. Yeah. I think it's like 14, 16 minutes, somewhere around there. It's a good, quick match. And they tell a story from beginning to end. The very beginning of the match, from the opening intro package all the way till the very last thing you see before it goes to black. That there's a story being told. So, highly recommend that one. That's my recommendation for the week.
That's a great match. I'm so pissed that Velveteen Dream turned out to be a POS. He was supposed to be world champion, damn it. I should be predicting him to beat CM Punk at WrestleMania instead of Roman. But alas, here we are.
Not with Triple H in charge.
Nah, he gonna have to. WWE got the main roster got real black real quick. But that's been another episode of teeing off with Prime Time and the Bad Guy.
That's not the name of the show. Teeing off with Travvy T and the Bad Guy.
I fucked that all up. That's been another episode of Travvy T or teeing off with Travvy T and the Bad Guy. See you next time.